Hi folks, I wanted to share with you something I learned many years ago, and it was only in recent conversations that I thought, you know what, this is so relevant and so pertinent right now, especially with the work we're doing at Martec around employee storytelling. So we all know that words matter. We know they're super valuable, they're super powerful, but there's a really interesting piece of research called Morabian's Rule that actually says words are maybe not quite as important as we put the emphasis on them. So Morabian's Rule is all around effective communication that talks about communication that drives a emotional or a reaction that sits around it. So it isn't for everything, but when we think about it in the context of the work we do here at the Martec on employee storytelling, it feels super pertinent and relevant. So I'm going to flash up on the screen Morabian's Rule. So as you can see here, Morabian says just 7% of effective communication is down to the words that we say. So really surprising as a kind of flip on its head. But I think one of the things that comes to life here, and we'll run through this in an example, is 38% of effective communication is based on a tone of voice, the tonality, how we say things, not just what we say. But then there's also 55% of this is on body language. And in today's world, probably background as well. Now, I've purposely picked the kitchen here, which is quite quiet in the background. Yes, there's plenty to see, but it isn't distracting. Just going to add in a simple clip that I filmed on a recent trip over to the US. See which one feels easier to understand and comprehend.
It's a great example of somewhere not to film your video. Anyone got a clue what I just said?
So hopefully that video explains and just shows where a background can pull your eyes all over the place, distract from the conversations. And for those wondering, it was freezing. It felt like -19 with the wind chill. So yes, I really was as cold as I looked filming that video. But back to Morabian's Rule. So Morabian talks about this blend of communication and how to do this. And one of the examples that I learned alongside this was a really simple set of words which make a sentence. And I'll flash these up on the screen. But the important bit here is that these words don't change. They're the same across the screen. So flash this up now for you. And here's where I have to try and say this in the most monotone voice. I never said she took the ball. So just for a second, what do you think I'm saying? How do you interpret these words? There's multiple different ways to interpret this. And as a reader of this, you're probably thinking one thing, another thing, something different. But let me share with you how tonality can change this, and even to a degree body language in this example. If I emphasize these words, I'm going to super exaggerate this. I never said she took the ball. I've implied somebody else said she took the ball. I never said she took the ball. I'm implying that somebody else took the ball. And I never said she took the ball. I've now said she took something else, or implied she took something else. And again, if I say this with a smile, it feels super jokey. I never said she took the ball. And it just feels kind of jokey and jovial. Whereas if I say it like, I never said she took the ball, and the aggression, the tonality, the kind of, just the way it looks and feels completely changes. So I just want you to think about this the next time you're creating content and you're over polishing your script and you're becoming super structured and super rigid. I, for one, believe that words do matter, and I believe they do drive action and emotion and reaction. But I actually think the delivery, the tonality and the background really is just as important as Morabian's research told us. So next time you create that brief, or you're asking someone to film content, or you're filming content yourself, think about those bits and pieces. I'd love to hear your thoughts around this and any other hints and tips that you've got that you could share with us. Thanks everyone.